Pretty hard not to be happy with the way things have been rolling the last 48 hours here at the stable. Yesterday in particular, now a video late today. Amy and I were at a wedding last night. Lost her phone. Trying to find that. What a night. Anyway, it was a great night, great wedding. Everything went well today. Obviously a new pickup yesterday. Man, you guys were certainly hungry. Took about 35 minutes for that horse to be completely sold out yesterday, and I'm talking about Quan Blue Chip. I saw him today. Looks fine. He'll be entered at the Meadows on Saturday in a claimer. Yes, he'll be staying in a claimer for now. Little bit. Let's start with the horse that raced yesterday because it's quick and easy. Arson was great. 53, I think, last quarter, 27 and a bit. I thought the horse looked fantastic. And our boy, My 1%, may have been his last start for us. And if it was, he went out with a bang. A winner. The mile only went in 2 minutes. It must have been muddy or something. I never really looked. I just saw the same video you guys did while I was at the wedding. I saw the video of him winning. And then Per Lucky raced good again. Just run down by the favorite that sat behind him in the pocket. Horse raced very, very good. Really, really impressed with the way all three of those behaved yesterday. We have horses going today. Definitely I'm going to leave here in a little while with the family. We're going to race Irresistible Sun over at Northfield Park. 8-hole. And that seems to be the theme of the week. You know, a year or so ago, it just seemed like everything drew the outside. I forgot all about it. And it looks like history's repeating itself. Poconos, 2 8-holes with Memory and Imagination in the final. Insider Trading the Consolation. Lonely Lakewood did not make the Consolation. First also eligible, which is upsetting in its own right. We will race him at Thursday, non-winners at 2. See what's left. We have Corbin. We have a couple of things, but nothing is pressing. Nothing is absolutely a necessity at this point for Lonely Lakewood, so we'll see how that plays out. The only hiccup for this week was I was really angry. I was a little pissed off. We won with Time Is On My Side, and I would like to race him in the Champlain. Is he good enough? We don't know yet. I needed that extra start. This week was the start. Looked on the entry sheet, no class for him. For their maiden 2-year-olds, but nothing after that, and I am absolutely not in any way, shape, or form racing against 5-year-olds. So there was only a 5-year-old non-winners at 2 on the sheet. We entered him anyway, thinking if they needed a horse, they would use him. I called before the draw. They said they had 10. We went ahead and entered him at the Meadows. He still fit the maiden at the Meadows. Entered him at the Meadows. Certainly not my first choice. I did not want to race at the Meadows and then come back here. He gets in at the Meadows. I get a call from the race office. I assume a few horses didn't fit the maiden, so they opened it up and let him in. So he ended up in the Meadows and at Mohawk. There will be a fine assessed for this, I can assure you of that. I will talk to the judges tomorrow at the Meadows, and hopefully I can smooth it over with a slap on the wrist, but that's a big no-no. Entering a horse at 2 places. You can do it and then coordinate with the tracks. Hey, is he getting in here? Hey, is he getting in there? Okay, leave him out of the box there because he's going to get in over here. Sure, you can do that. But without that communication and that coordination, all it is failure to honor a declaration. I think I could find $500 2 years ago for that with Stonebridge Simba. And there was nothing we could do about it. That wasn't a mistake. It just ended up being... We had to enter him at one place, and there was a stake race later, and he got in the stake race. Really, they could have just given us a wash on that one. But I remember we could find failure to honor a declaration, and that's what's going to happen here. So we are going to get fined for this whole debacle. And no, Mohawk is not going to foot the bill. Of that, I can assure you. So that was a little bit of a frustration. I can tell you what. I can tell you right now, honestly, I would rather be fined than have the horse sit the week, because this is the week he cannot sit. He has to race this week. We have to have a definitive idea. Can we go into the Champlain? Yes, they're going to go 51, 52, 53. He can follow speed, but I don't want to get his heart ripped out. Can he follow? Can he compete? Can he do well? Guelph Medical Laser, Guelph Physio. Must be this one. Can he do well? Hope so. So, So we'll see how this plays out, but I can tell you a little spoiler alert. There's going to be a fine levied, I can assure you of that. So Time Is On My Side is not heading to the Meadows. He's staying right here at Mohawk and racing on Thursday night with the hopes he'll race good. He doesn't need to go out and win. Just race good. Show us some pop like he showed last week. We'll race him in the Champlain again. Show us some pop in there. We'll continue on. This is a colt that's going to be a nice horse for us. Going to be a really nice horse for us, but we want to manage him properly, right? I know James had said, I think your only two options are the Champlain, well, the Maiden, and the Nominator 2 in Champlain, or castrate him and turn him out. I don't know if the castration's necessary, but I guess I will. I don't think it's the end of the world. Put it this way, is there a reason not to? He's shown us a lot. He's going to be a nice horse. I'm certain, I agree with Harry and James. He will be a nice horse. World champion, horse that you get to the end of his 3-year-old year and say, oh, I wish I had left his testicles in. No, just a really nice horse, I believe. And even if he is a good stake horse, it still doesn't mean that he's a stallion. Potential stallion horse. So I think we'll race him at Mohawk in the Nominator as a 1-2, whatever an abomination they put on the program to make it work. Thank you. That's great. Get him raced. Put him in the Champlain, race him in the Champlain, and then decide after. Is that it for him this season? Which I'm perfectly fine with. And I think most of my partners in the horse would say that also. As I said, I had a great conversation with a couple of clients the other day. Our job now at this time of year is to take a look at the playing field, take a look at the horse, what we're trying to do, and then there has to be a component of, okay, if he isn't what we need and want him to be, how do we set him up best for his sophomore season? And that's where we're at with all of our horses, whether it be Lonely Lakewood or Time Is On My Side or any of those horses that are on the fringe of staking left. How do we set them up best for their sophomore returns? And that's the plan for right now. So Time Is On My Side will be in Thursday at Mohawk, and we'll know more after that. Excited to race Irresistible Sun. Got a lot of horses in to go in the next little while. Really disappointed with the draws. One, the Also Eligible, was tough. Was hoping we could sneak in there somehow with Lonely Lakewood, especially coming off such 2 sharp miles. And then to find out we drew the 8-hole with Insider Trading and Memory and Imagination is just such a tough spot to be at. And, it was funny. I heard somebody say it the other day. When you're on the outside in a stake race at the Poconos, got to go shopping. I said, go shopping. Got to go out of there. You got to go looking for a hole. I'm not going to, nobody would anyway, take back to last. Unless you're just trying to baby the horses off the gate, where a little bit of that with Insider Trading, I was a little tender with her last week, but that was only because I knew there was something going on. I wasn't sure of what it was or to what extent, but there was something there. It ended up being the result of her making a break. But we know what took place now. Now she should be back to herself. If she is, and I can time the gate with her properly, she's going out of there. And Memory and Imagination is pretty safe off the car. I know he made the break at the Red Mile, but that wasn't the horse that I raced at the Poconos the week before. Different surface, different everything. If Megan has them both sharp on their toes, tight and ready to go, I'd like to have them both forwardly placed. So we'll see how that plays out. A lot of money on the line Saturday night. A lot going on. Excited about it, but really disappointed that we are starting in the worst possible position with both our horses Saturday night. A lot of ground to cover and a lot of grass in between Monday and Sunday. First order of business, trying to find, it's like Amy's phone, it was left in the Uber is what happened. And she's looking at it, and our phone's eventually going to die, but she's watching it drive around. The Uber guy's not answering, and we're trying to catch up to him. I'm getting something done right now and can't catch up to him. Sure enough, he's at a restaurant. He'll be gone by the time we get there. It's the ultimate hide and seek with cars and phones. So see if we can get that taken care of before we have to head to Ohio. But for now, it's just watch and see. So with that, I'll let you go. We did have a great weekend. It is a good start to the week. Monday's a new day, fresh day, and lots of enthusiasm heading into the latter part of this week. See if we can get some work done and find some winner's circles. That would be wonderful. I will talk to you all very soon. Take care.